Before we build any UI, before Lightning Web Component, we must build the backend foundation. And in this lecture, we will create the data model for our job board application. So, welcome back to HireMe LWC mini project series. In the previous video, we discussed what we are going to build. Now it's time to start building from the backend. Okay. Now it's time to start building from the backend. So when we say start building from the backend, the first thing comes into mind is data model. Okay, and then data model setup. Okay, so when we say why data model comes first in the mind, so every real Salesforce application start with the data. If the data made model is wrong, the UI will never scale. So in this lecture, our goal is simple: create the job object, add required field, and prepare our Salesforce environment. Okay, and what we will today? By the end of this lecture, we will have a job custom object, field required for a real job posting, and a clean project setup ready for the LWC. Okay, so our custom object name will be job, and under that there will be job name as a auto number or text. We can keep it as per your preference. So then we have a company. This is store the company name offering the job. Then we will have description, which can be rich text, and this allow us to store the formatted job description. Then we have location, which can store city or remote location. Then we have salary, which will store expected salary for the job, its currency field. Then we have the job type, and it will store remote, hybrid, or on-site. So let's go into the Salesforce org and create these object and the fields. So now we logged into the Salesforce. What we need to do, we need to go to the gear icon and then click on the setup. Once you go into the setup, then we need to go to the object manager, and under the object manager in the right hand side, if you see, here we have the create drop down, and then here we have create custom object and create object from the spreadsheet. So we will click on create custom object. Okay, I'll maximize this, and here label for our job, our object will be job, and the plural will be jobs. Okay, and then the object name will be job. Then under the context sensitive help setting, we will keep it default. Then record type name will be job name, and data type we can keep as a text as well. Okay, and we can keep auto number, but let's keep it as a text. Okay, then we will leave as it is, and we will leave as it is, and here we will choose deployed, and then we will save it. So as soon as you click save, our job object will be created, and by default there will be some fields, system fields. So if you go there, like created by, job name, last modified, and owner, these four will be by default. And if you go here, you will see our object API name is job, custom object, singular label job, plural label jobs. So these, now let's go ahead and create our required field for this project. Okay, so the our first field will be company. Okay, so let's go and click on new. Once you click on new under the field and relationship, then we need to select the company, and company field is a type of text. Okay, so company field is type of text because it will store the name of the company. So we will click text, then we'll go click next, and once you click next, it will ask you to add the field label. So we'll give company, and length we will give 50, or let's go with the 100, and then click next. You can add description. Let's go previous and add some description as well. So under the description we will give this stores the company name offering the job. Okay, and then click next. Description is important because from there you will get to know where this field is visible. So I'll give the permission only to system admin for now. Click next. Okay, and then under the job layout I will edit it by default and then click save and new. Now let's create the another field. Next field is job description. Okay, so here we will select the rich text because we want the formatted text area. So here text area will be the rich, and now let's click next. Here we need to give description, and under the description length is by default already there. Then we need to give the description of this. So let's me copy this one so that we can give the okay. And under the description, this will help this allow us to store formatted job descriptions. Okay, and we can click next. And again this field we will make only visible to system admin. Click next and save and new. Now once the description field is created, let's go and create the location field, and location will also be the text. So I'll click next. Once you choose the data type as text, then we need to give the field label location. Length we will give 100. Then description will be city or remote location. Okay, and then we'll click next. We can make this visible to system only as well for this field. Click next and then save and new. Now we will create the salary field. Salary will be the currency, so let's choose data type as a currency. Now click next, and here we will give the field label as a salary. Okay, and the length will be the 18, decimal place will be 0, and under the description we are going to give expected salary for the job. Okay, and click next. Now I will make this visible for system admin only. Okay, click next, and in the last let's create our last field. Click save and new and create last field as a type, and type will be the pick list. So here we will choose data type as a pick list for this field. Then go and give the type. Type is nothing but the job type. Okay, and here we will use enter the value with each value separated by a new line, and the value will be remote, hybrid, or on-site. Okay, so these three value will be under this pick list, and description will be the job type. Okay, and then click next. And now I will allow this to system admin only for this one as well. Click next and save. So now our fields are created for this project. So company fields is created, and then description, then job name is auto number, auto text, then location, then salary, and then type is created. So our data model is ready. Now let's go ahead and create our project setup CLI. Okay, and to do that we need to go to the VS Code, and then you can create the project two way. One is using command line and second is using keyword. So I'll show you how you can do that. So one is using command line. So if you go here under the terminal and the new terminal here, and you can write the command to create the project. And second is if you are using Mac, you need to use shift command plus P and then create project with manifest. So I'll choose create project with manifest. I'll choose a standard, then I'll give the project name as HireMe project. Okay, and then I'll enter. It will ask you to location, so I'll go into the, you can choose any appropriate location. I'll choose desktop or document and create project. Okay, so it will create the project. I trust the author. Then once you created the project, this is our welcome page here. Then you need to do few things. You need to set up your default org, and then So let's go ahead and set up our default org. So how you can do that? You can do Command Shift P, and then here you can see search for default org, or let the SFDX extensions to be ready. It's not ready yet. So once you come here and then you type SFDX authorize an org, you can using this way you can authorize your org. And if you are already using VS Code, then you can simply click here, and here you can also choose your org. So I'll choose my dummy org. So my org is ready, and VS Code is setup is done. So our project file folder is ready, and we will create our LWC from here. So one of the best practice I want to highlight: always finalize your data model before writing the LWC. It saves time and avoid rework. Okay, so that's it for this lecture. Now we have our solid backend, a job object, and their fields, and our project folder is ready in the VS Code. So in the next lecture, we will start with our first LWC, the reusable job tile. So that's it for this lecture. See you in the next lecture.